G'day folks, Turbo here, and I'm finally back to do another playthrough. Now, bear with me, the Free Space 2 campaign playthrough has reached a bit of a hurdle at the moment. I will get back to that as soon as I can, but I figured for the meantime, I would start something fresh. So, I'm going to do World in Conflict, and that includes the expansion Soviet Assault. Now, this game was very revolutionary for its time. It was for it came out in 2007 for starters, and it introduced features that other games of that genre and for that time just simply did not have. What was so unique about this was that it featured pretty much completely destructible environments, and such was the power of the engine developed for this game. And speaking of which, it was developed by Massive Entertainment, the guys who made the Ground Control series. They not a particularly well-known developer, but they make some top-quality games. And it was the original World in Conflict was published by Sierra, and they went out of business the year after this original came out, and the expansion, which was in development at the time, got shelved because Sierra went bankrupt and no one bought the IP for World in Conflict, and so the development of the expansion just was suspended indefinitely, and eventually it was picked up by Ubisoft, and then it was finished by them and released in 2009. And the way the expansion works is that the missions from that are interspersed throughout the regular campaign of the original. So, without further ado, we shall get into it. Okay, let's check my name there. Difficulty, let's just do normal. Now, I'm not new to the game. I've played this game quite a lot. Although saying that, I'm not the best at it. My friend James is very good at this game. He's much better than I am. But I do remember how to play it, so we won't need to do a tutorial. And let's get started.
To no one's surprise, following their earlier intransigence, NATO diplomats yesterday walked out of the Malta Peace Conference. Clearly, peace is not on their agenda. Only threats and deception and endless profits for the capitalist war machine. But our brave comrades in the armed forces will not be intimidated. They stand vigilant along the German border, their resolve unquenchable, ready to deliver...
It was inevitable. Our massive preparations had gone on far too long for us to simply stand down. We were like a coiled spring, ready to throw ourselves into the fray. All we waited for was one word: attack. Spirits were high, and the men joked about how we would crush the enemy with one fell stroke. But some didn't laugh. They had been to Afghanistan. They knew war.
Mind the road, comrade. Volodya.
Who's he?
Don't you know? That's Colonel Orlovsky. He's a legend.
Ah, Comrade Major Lebedev. It's been a while.
It has indeed, Comrade Orlovsky.
I was just wondering who they'd sent to babysit me.
Your command is the key to this whole grand endeavor, comrade. How could they send anyone but me?
Your sense of self-importance hasn't lessened, I see.
But I am very important, am I not? Or at least my dear old father-in-law is.
It's good to see you, old friend.
So, how are we doing?
Everything is in place. I can't say I'm very happy about all this.
The Politburo knows what is right. Ours is but to obey.
So they have decided. Get me Lieutenant Romanov on the horn. I want him to make a final survey of the forward defenses.
Понятно, товарищ полковник. Get Lieutenant Romanov on the horn. Now.
When?
Soon.
Lieutenant Romanov, your Alpha squad is to make a forward recon of... Wait, stand by for the Colonel.
Lieutenant, my call sign is Sokol 1. There will be no more reconnaissance. You are to execute Plan Odessa. The air defenses must be destroyed before the main assault begins. Your objective is to destroy 2 anti-air emplacements. Weapons are free and we are now at war. Good luck, Lieutenant. Sokol 1, out.
This is Zvezda. We are in position. Priom. Zvezda here. We are ready to enter the camp. We will start with clearing the entrance and neutralizing the guard tower. Just give the word, Lieutenant.
Okay, so the big thing about this game is that it is centered around the Soviet Union actually invading the West at the end of the Cold War. So
Товарищ командир.
it doesn't collapse, it actually goes into full-on, all-out war against virtually the rest of the world. And this game differs very much from your typical strategy game in the sense that you do not build a base, you do not gather resources, and all you do is just control small groups of units. And here I just have control of this one squad of Special Forces guys, and I gotta clear out this camp.
Alpha
So
group moving. In transit.
let's go about it. I gotta try and do it without
Yes,
being
comrade
spotted.
Lieutenant. That would mean suicide.
Well, okay,
We are
there you
ready
go.
to execute, Lieutenant. Just give the word.
Okay, thank you.
Moving. Engaging.
Alright, just kill that chap. Kill the chap in the tower.
Engaging.
Alright,
Go.
done.
Camp entrance cleared. We are ready to move on, Lieutenant.
Sokol 1 to Romanov. The first AA emplacement is located to the east. Move swiftly.
Alpha group moving.
So the
Enemy
way-
scout helicopter spotted. We are staying out of sight. Transit, go.
The way the controls work in this is
Alpha
you
group moving.
move the direction of the camera with the mouse, like so, and use W, A, S, and D to move the position of the
Transit.
camera.
Alpha group moving. Engaging. Area clear.
So I've got to keep a lookout for that helicopter. Oh, there's two of them.
This is Zvezda. Placing explosives now.
Well done, Romano. One target remaining. Go north.
Ooh, this music's very tense.
Moving. In transit.
Okay, so we need to take
Fire
out that
guard
guard tower.
Clear.
Alright, done. Good job, chaps. Now let's kill this guy.
Guard neutralized.
Done. And these chaps.
Neutralizing target. Enemy killed. Moving.
Alright. So, being the first mission, it's pretty easy.
Zvezda to Romanov. We're at the objective. Preparing target for demolition. All explosives in place. Ready to exfiltrate.
So-called one here. Exfiltration coordinates have been sent. Move there now and avoid detection. The explosive will be detonated when the attack is launched.
Alpha group moving.
Alright, let's boogie.
Get out of the area as quickly as you can.
Mission accomplished. Exfiltrating now. See you in a few days, Lieutenant. Zvezda out.
Job done.
Expertly done, Lieutenant. Those men will disperse and find their way back to us in the coming days. Now, you must prepare for the upcoming assault. Expect word within the hour. So-called one, out.
Welcome back, Grisha. Oh, how was recruit training?
Boring.
Ha, but necessary, Comrade Sergeant. Those recruits will soon be needed. Товарищи! It's good to see you all here today. And it will be even better to see you soon breaking through that wall. Then we'll teach those NATO dogs how to fight. They thought they could bully us into submission! They thought we'd give way and fall! But today, we'll show them that the Red Army bows to no one! Today, we'll show them the might of the Soviet Union! Get your vehicles! We go to war!
Oh, how very epic.
Romanov, the explosives will detonate in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Boom.
So-called one to all battle group elements. Today we liberate West Berlin from the American oppressor. Only minutes remain until we rain fire on the enemy.
Alright, that's a lot of tanks.
Lieutenant Romanov, I want you to initiate the artillery barrage. The wall itself will be destroyed by pre-placed explosives.
Right, first, I just need to change one of my options. Bear with me. Oh, nope, that's not it. Gameplay. Where is it? Health bar's always on. Okay, I think that's it. There we go. So now I can see at a glance the unit types I'm facing. Alright, so up here is what's called my tactical aid. This is where I call in things like artillery, airstrikes, paradrop reinforcements, and that's one of the many things that makes this game just so damn cool. So, we have an artillery
The
barrage.
artillery is standing by, Romanov. Mark your targets and call in the coordinates.
Bam!
Firing for effect. Over.
So now the artillery will start to rain
Sokol
in.
1, Red Dawn. I say again, Red Dawn. Make me proud.
Molotov here. Artillery strike hit the mark. Enemy casualties reported. Over.
We have 3 main objectives. Destroying the US 6th Armored Battalion, securing the Moltke Bridge over the Spree, and clearing the 17th June Street for use by Army Command.
Holy moly.
Lieutenant Romanov, advance with your tank platoon to phase line Volga. Destroy all enemies you encounter.
Alright, so I've been given command of just these 4 tanks here.
We must secure the 17th June Street. That's the main avenue by noon. Army Command is planning a parade along the avenue in celebration of the victory they expect us to win for them.
So you can see amongst all this chaos and all these friendly units, I only control 4 individual tanks. So it gives you a good idea of the scale of war sometimes, where you feel just like a small part of a machine. Now, there's one thing I can point out is almost every unit has 2 abilities, one for offense, one for defense. For the main battle tank, its offensive ability is the heat shell here, which does extra damage against lightly armored targets. But it just bounces
You're
off heavier
halfway
armor.
to the phase line, Lieutenant. Keep moving forward.
And my defensive ability is a smoke screen, which hides me from view, which is very
East to the
important
phase line,
because
Romanov. I am clearing a path for you.
Maloshenko to Sokol 1. Resistance is heavier than expected. Прием.
Understood, Maloshenko. You will get assistance.
and it's very important because this game uses true line of sight. So if you're within the smoke cloud and they don't have some form of detection, then they won't be able to see your units hidden in the smoke. But conversely, while you're inside the smoke, you can't see outside unless you have another unit providing line of sight to a target. So you gotta think about where you place your units and where you use your abilities. A lot of planning.
Well done, Lieutenant. Phase line Volga is secure. Romanov, we must secure that road junction. You will attack the enemy in the flank while Maloshenko pushes forward.
This is Maloshenko. We're advancing now. We have to move quickly, Lieutenant. Get your units in position.
Don't forget to call in fire support when needed.
Oh yes, that's right. Let's call in some artillery support, shall we? Actually, I'll call it in here to help in my buddy.
Coordinates received. Molotov out.
Target eliminated. Neutralize the enemy.
Bam.
Heavy damage. Fire.
Bam. Alright, now let's focus back on my guys.
Affirmative. Moving now. Our target rolling. Armor rolling. Enemy
So,
awaiting orders.
see here how we got these 2 red circles that we have to control, and there's a dotted line between the 2. It means that the only way that we can control that area is to control both of those areas. So, we have to move into both.
We're moving to the perimeter.
There we go. We control the area, and now build up fortifications.
Finally, now we must set up defenses before they counterattack.
So fortifications are basically structures that provide defenses and prevent the enemy from taking that territory just from driving onto it. So in order for the enemy to take back that territory, they have to destroy the fortifications first, and then move onto the territory. And I apologize if most of the people watching this are all the conflict veterans that don't need to condescend. This might just be for those who have never played before, might be interested.
We're under heavy attack by the Moltke Bridge. We cannot hold. They have helicopters. I repeat, they have...
Nepper! Come in, Nepper. Short. We have to secure Moltke Bridge or the entire flank will fall. Romanov, I'm sending you to reinforce Section B and capture that bridge. You will need anti-aircraft support to handle those helicopters. Call for reinforcements on the support channel.
Okay, let's call in some anti-air.
Yes. The Americans will shoot you to pieces if you're unable to protect yourself, Lieutenant.
So now, I'll call in where I want my new units to be dropped. So this is the only area I can call them in, so just call them in here. So the smoke will mark where my new units will land, and because
Good call, Romanov.
they don't come out of base buildings, they are dropped off by air. And they will arrive in 10 seconds. And there they go. There's the plane that drops out of. And there are my reinforcements.
You are ready, Lieutenant. Now move to the bridge and clear the
Okay, now I
skies on
have
the
my
mid-air.
anti-air units ready.
You have incoming
Strela
enemy
missile launchers.
helicopters, Lieutenant.
Now I'll move in and check out these enemy helicopters.
Moving out now. Eliminated the hostile Vertalion. Fire smoke launchers now!
Where do you want our
Anti-air, drive to the coordinates.
Nice coming here. We're with you. Yes.
Anti-air report well leading.
Now these anti-air missile launchers are extremely powerful.
More enemy helicopters are moving in to attack you,
So-
Romanov.
They will wreck any helicopter's day in an instant, but the unit themselves is very weak, so you'll have to protect them very closely.
Here we are. We're awaiting orders. Going for the destination.
Move to the position.
We can break through their lines. What should we do? Neutralize the
So now,
enemy.
my objective is to secure this bridge. So we shall do that.
Good thing you got there in time, Romanov. The entire flank was about to fall. Now, push through and secure that bridge.
Yes, sir. Alright,
Give us the command
so
to roll
U3,
over the enemy.
secure that, and U3, secure that.
Get that perimeter.
We have the bridge. Now hold in place and get some sandbagged positions up. Expect a counterattack at any minute.
Oh, they're gonna come across the bridge. Of course. Just better turn these guys around so their strong frontal armor is facing the enemy.
We can provide air if we are heading for that air reporting. We will move to the position.
We need anti-tank emplacements as well, Romanov. Have your men keep working.
Where do you want our firepower? Fire again! Heat loaded! Attack! Heat loaded! Стреляй!
Yes, Sokol 1. The Moltke Bridge is now under our control and the northern flank has been secured. We owe much to Lieutenant Romanov. Lieutenant, I am reassigning you to Section B. They are forming the battle line now. Take up your position and prepare to advance.
So as you could probably tell from the
You should
colonel,
also take this opportunity to replenish any losses.
I am Lieutenant Romanov. That is my character, so I'm not just some guy. I'm actually an individual commander who commands his own little group of units.
Want someone to drive to the coordinates.
And no, I think we'll be fine. We won't need any additional forces.
Give us the command to roll over the enemy.
These tanks are pretty
Romanov,
strong.
move with Section B toward the main avenue and link up with Captain Malashenko. The Americans are preparing a counterattack.
So this game is very much
Section A,
character-based.
advance. Section B, advance. Make this a day to be remembered, comrades. Sokol 1, out.
So when I'm playing as the Soviet missions, I
Yeah,
play
Sokol
as
1. Friendly helicopters are moving
Lieutenant
into
Romanov.
All thanks
But in the
our
other missions,
frontal
I play
aviation
as someone else, and you will see who that is later on.
We're under attack by NATO helicopters and need immediate anti-air support.
Romanov, you have the necessary equipment. Aid Captain Malashenko if you can.
Alright, those helicopters are over there. Let's get it going.
Heat loaded. Fire heat. Enemy is firing heat. We're fire.
Alright, gotta shoot down these helicopters before they rip up my teammate, or my brother-in-arms, Captain Malashenko, another one of the commandos. He is my superior, but I take orders from Colonel Orlovsky.
You saved many lives today. It will not be forgotten. Malashenko out.
Yeah, so that was a secondary objective, and while they're not compulsory to complete, you often get rewards for completing them. Maybe in the form of additional units, additional fire support, or just a medal at the end of the round. It differs.
Well done, Romano. The advance is going well. Now, I want you to link up with Captain Malashenko. You two will form the breaker upon which the Americans will hurl themselves and be destroyed.
Alright. Oh my, that plane is going down in a hurry.
Говорит Malashenko. We are moving to the forward position now. I see American tanks approaching.
Good. They are about to launch their counterattack.
So those heat rounds, they just tear apart those light tanks. But if you use them on the heavier tanks, it virtually just bounces off them. So you can't just spam them at everything.
Yeah, Sokol 1. All units are in place and the Americans are approaching. Sections A and B are to continue to close the gap, while Lieutenant Romanov and Captain Malashenko hold the middle.
So this is going on a pretty
Romanov,
grand
I am
scale.
giving you command of all fire support assets. We have incoming Tu-95, but until they arrive, you must use all available support to hold off the American attack. The
Yeah.
first enemy echelon is here. Romanov, call in artillery and airstrikes on them.
We will damage the avenue we call in fire support indiscriminately.
I am concerned with winning this battle, Captain, not with preserving a parade ground for Army Command. Proceed with the mission.
Understood, Shuttle 1. Malashenko out.
Alright, let's drop in 3 loads of heavy artillery.
The Americans are throwing everything they have into this attack. I count on you to deal with them, Lieutenant.
Говорит Malashenko. This is a glorious day for the motherland and for socialism. Soon, West Berlin will be liberated.
Oh my. This just balls to the wall right here. Another thing this game does really well is just sheer epic scale. All these things going on in the background, they're out of your control, but you just have to take them in and deal with them.
Throw themselves at us like this.
Yeah, they're acting like fools. And they will die like fools.
Alright, let's bring in some more artillery. 3 lots again. That's a lot of artillery.
Sokol 1 to all units. Hold in place. Tu-95 bombers are on their way to deal with all remaining enemies. I say again, hold in place. Do not move into the target area.
Oh my. This bomb's gonna land right next to me.
We are dropping our payload. Stay clear.
Here they come. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, it is glorious.
Return to base. Berkut out.
That is a lot of destruction.
Sokol 1 to all battle group elements. The Americans have been destroyed and the avenue is secure. I am immensely proud of you all, but I ask that you honor our comrades who perished here today. Without their sacrifice, this victory could not have been accomplished. Sokol 1, out.
So later that same day. Oh my, there's quite a few
So,
dead.
it has begun.
It has indeed. I wonder how it'll end.
Best soon. Today was an easy victory. Who knows about tomorrow? Here's my nephew Kolya. He really distinguished himself today.
Товарищ полковник, Captain Malyshenko reporting.
At ease, comrade. This is Major Lebedev.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, comrade. This was a crushing victory you helped win for us today.
One of many to come. Soon all of Europe will see the glory of socialism. Will you be accompanying my uncle?
We have that honor. But you should return to your unit, Nikolai. Tell the men that I am proud of them.
I will, uncle. We'll do whatever it takes to ensure victory for our great cause. Comrade Major.
He takes after his mother.
A few more like him, and this war will be over in a week.
I hope you are right, Valery Fedorovich. I really do.
Victory! Alright, so that was the first level of the combined World in Conflict and Soviet Assault campaign. West Berlin has been liberated from an unjust foreign occupation, and you performed commendably, Comrade Lieutenant. Army Command has expressed misgivings about excessive damage to the 17th June Street, but the fact that you managed to secure the city by noon makes up for this minor failing. If we keep this effort up, we will ensure a swift end to the war. And you get these little doodads at the end of every mission, and if you don't complete all the secondary objectives, then you can't get all of the medals. So for example, this one. Order to those fortunate comrades who participated in the liberation of Berlin. So, yeah, so you get that just for completing the mission. Order of Bogdan Khmelnytsky, bestowed for display of exceptional bravery and resourcefulness when aiding a comrade with much needed anti-aircraft support during the battle for West Berlin. Yeah, you see? So if I didn't help out Captain Malyshenko with that anti-air, I wouldn't have received this nice little medal. An order for the service of the homeland, bestowed for exemplary service to the motherland during the liberation of West Berlin. So another award just for completing the mission. So yeah, this is a good little introduction to the game. As you can see, it's very much individual unit based. It's sort of small scale in terms of the range of your command, but the battles are very much large scale, with things going on all around you that you just sort of have to kind of keep up with. But you can sort of take a moment to admire it from a distance. You know, when the odd aircraft comes in and bombs something, or you know, artillery strikes come in from left and right. It can get pretty hectic, but it's a beautiful spectacle to see nonetheless. And as you saw, especially towards the end of that cutscene towards the end, there was a lot of back and forth between all the different characters, and you get that in between all of the missions. You know, as for the different commanders sort of discussing with one another how to approach going about one mission, and how to or coming up with a strategy to help win. And that's what I think really helps this game stand out. And for a game that came out in 2007, they did an exceptional job of that. And see, yeah, units killed 202. So yeah, there's no shortage of mayhem. And this isn't the easiest difficulty. This is normal, which is what I'm used to. Because I think if I put it on hard, I would probably struggle and it wouldn't be very fun to watch. But anyway, that's that for the first mission. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will continue to do all the missions in quick succession. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.